actually really could use 15 or 20 yards. But don't waste the opportunity.
He is that the missus likes it, and but Travis comes off the line of scrimmage and he starts.
Part two, how do you feel after this win?
No, it's important that you answer the question this time.
I think that we feel really good after this win. We're 5-0.
Going into a bye
Going
week.
into a bye week, it is perfect.
Perfect is the word.
Chiefs win, and yeah, we're doing a goddamn thing.
Sorry for photobombing myself.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is back at the Chiefs game to support Travis Kelce. Today, we are going to recap all of Taylor Swift moments at the Chiefs vs. Saints game and see their sweet interactions at the end of the game. Let's start from the very beginning. She entered the stadium and sat in the golf cart as usual for traveling. She was with her head of security as she went into the building waving to fans along the way. Taylor arrived in a mini plaid dress looking stunning. She wore a ponytail, rocking her usual bangs with high-heeled boots, and went towards her designated suite confidently. She met Brittany Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' wife, who is Chiefs quarterback. Taylor also introduced her dad to Brittany, and they shared a hug. They had a short conversation before Taylor headed to her suite. Travis also arrived wearing a plaid shirt, matching with Taylor. Jason Kelce, Travis's brother, also arrived for the game. He is an analyst for Monday Night Countdown Football on ESPN, so he was there dissecting all of the moments at the game. He also commented on Travis's plays and his expertise in football. As he was talking about Travis, they changed the camera to Taylor arriving in the stadium, and Jason had to comment on her arrival as well, trying to avoid saying something weird about Travis's relationship. All the fans of Saints and Chiefs stood for a round of applause when he walked onto the field. Kelce also came to support her husband, and both of them looked loving and adorable. Jason also interviewed Taylor's fans at the game. Taylor arrived in her suite and greeted Ed Kelce, Travis's dad, before going to take her seat along with her father. The Chiefs games in Kansas City are always on another level. The people's support and charisma lights up the whole stadium. Taylor seemed to be in previous games where he looked a bit worn out from not playing well. Taylor was seen drinking from her 87 cup, just like her previous game. The stadium had customized cups for her. The game got a bit tense at one point, and Taylor seemed anxious as she waited for them to score, but the Chiefs managed to bring it home every time. There were some incredible plays throughout the game. During one of the plays, Taylor pointed it out proudly that one of the players were her backup dancer's brother. Cam Saunders, Taylor's backup dancer at the Eras Tour, was there to support his brother, and one fan brought a funny poster that Cam saw and laughed out loud at. They were glitter makeup patches. She was just a sight to behold at the game. She also wore earrings similar to the design on the Tortured Poets set on the Eras Tour. She also wore the friendship bracelet with TNT written on it, referring to her and Travis's initials. She was seen happily taking selfies with her dad. She is a real Sagittarius girl at heart and becomes the life of the party wherever she goes. She interacted with everyone, talking, laughing, and just having a great time. She has literally become a football family since the past year, and everyone in the suite has nothing but great things to say about her whenever she's there. She perfectly fits into Travis's group of friends. Travis Kelce has named his ideal guest for his new television show, Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Speaking to Associated Press, the three-time Super Bowl winner opted for his older brother Jason instead of the singer as the person he'd like to have on his new series the most. My brother Jason would absolutely kill it on this show, Kelce said. Without a doubt, if there's one person I would recommend for it, it's definitely Jason. He would have fun and have some creative answers even if he didn't know the real answer. Kelce revealed he has yet to watch any of the shows back yet ahead of the launch on October 16th. I'll definitely watch, but I'm actually terrified of watching myself in situations like this, but I'll turn it on to critique myself. He said, I'm my own worst critic. I can only see the bad that I do in anything, even on the football field. His Kansas City Chiefs team have started the season unbeaten on 5-0 and have a bye week this weekend. And while Kelce, who turned 35 on Saturday, has been exploring opportunities off the field with acting and presenting, football is still his number one. I still love coming into work, getting after it, and chasing championships. That's what I've always dreamt of doing. But in the off-season, I do like to dabble around. Kelce's new quiz show sees contestants answer elementary-level questions as celebrities like comedians Ron Funches and Nikki Glazer help with the answer. Guests can win up to $100. 000. There's an astronomy category. I didn't know anything about that and I still don't, Kelce said. On top of that, I didn't even know that was taught in elementary school. The Swift and Kelce family exchange takes a major step forward in their children's relationship. The two sweet families had a sweet reunion at Donna Kelce's 72nd birthday party. Taylor Swift's mom Andrea came to celebrate Donna Kelce's birthday on Wednesday. Andrea Swift and Donna Kelce had a long exchange, and they also didn't forget to take a sweet photo at Donna's birthday party. Andrea appeared in a shirt standing next to Donna. She also raised her hand to make a like gesture. The two posed for the camera. At the birthday party, the two had a private conversation about Taylor and Travis. An insider said Donna and Andrea stood talking for a long time, while Swift was relaxing with a glass of champagne in hand. Donna told Andrea that she was happy to see their children happy together. Then Andrea nodded and said, "They look like children. Every time they are together they are so cute." Then Donna took Andrea's hand and went somewhere else. The two had a long conversation for about 40 minutes. Everything they showed at the party was completely opposite to what the media reported about Swift and Kelce's relationship before. After the speculation about Swift and Kelce's marriage, Donna also gave more details in an interview on Tuesday. Donna Kelce admitted Travis and Taylor Swift don't tell us anything in a statement that's left fans speculating.
Come back, son, please. Wow, I shot it. Good leg. Go Wrexham. Take it easy, relax, breathe. It's okay to breathe, ladies. Hey, Taylor.
Travis Kelce talks about vacationing with girlfriend Taylor Swift in New York City on podcast episode. On Tuesday, October 15th, the Kelce brothers aired their New Heights podcast episode, but Travis Kelce appears to still be enjoying a romantic vacation with girlfriend Taylor Swift in New York. An excerpt from the Kelce brothers' podcast conversation was posted ahead of the official release of the episode on Wednesday. Travis Kelce appeared in a yellow t-shirt for the broadcast, while Jason appeared in a black t-shirt. The Kelce brothers talked about Travis' preparation for the upcoming game between the Chiefs and the 49ers on October 20th. Kelce expressed that the Chiefs' opponent this time is very strong. They play a very annoying style of play and make it difficult for his teammates to deploy their coordination, Jason added. If you wait for the opportunity from the homes, can you take advantage of it? Travis said. Of course, that's always the goal in the game, Jason continued to ask. Will you give Travis a workout? Travis said. Before the game on Sunday, there will be 2 practices, maybe an advanced practice. Jason started by asking about Travis's vacation. Did you have a good vacation, Travis? Travis didn't hesitate and said. Yes, it was a great experience, Jason continued. Do you like baseball? Travis laughed and said. It's been our favorite sport since we were kids, don't you remember, Jason? Travis continued. It was a good game, although he didn't say which team he was cheering for, but mostly hanging out with his girlfriend Taylor Swift. Swift and Kelce had a sweet vacation in New York City during their outings. The sweet couple shared a few intimate moments in the VIP area of the Yankee Stadium stands. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were seen affectionately holding hands as they exited Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, Monday night. The Love Story singer intertwined her fingers with Kelce's as they flashed big smiles following the New York Yankees game against the Cleveland Guardians. According to a video circulating on social media, a giddy fan was heard greeting the pop star from behind the camera, prompting Swift to enthusiastically reply with a warm grin, "Hi, nice to meet you." Swift, 34, and the Kansas City Chiefs tight end, 35, kept a low profile while attending Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. The Lovebirds were spotted packing on the PDA while seated in a VIP box as the Yankees clobbered the Guardians, 5-2. Not only were they caught kissing and cuddling in their seats, but Swift was seen feeding her boyfriend snacks and beverages. The Grammy-winning artist wore all neutrals for the outing, rocking an oversized black blazer layered over a brown sweater, a black mini skirt, sheer black tights and black booties. She completed her look with her signature red lip. The New Heights podcast host, for his part, kept his look simple with a black bomber jacket over a white t-shirt, black shorts, and a black midnight rodeo hat. Following the game, the MLB hilariously dubbed the football player Swift's potential future husband in a TikTok post. The couple's sporty date night comes after Swift and Kelce were spotted making the rounds at 2 of Manhattan's trendiest restaurants. On Saturday night, the duo had a romantic date night at major food group's Italian joint, Torrisi. The previous night, Swift and Kelce hit Soho Eatery, the corner store, with close pals Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Special. Yeah. Travis Kelce rolled. Travis Kelce, wrong team.
Used to obviously playing in big games, but is there anything special about this one given the recent history between these teams?
Yeah, I mean, as I think it's as big as a regular season game you could play in. But I mean, they're a great football team, and I always like going up against the best, and that's what we're going up against this week. And so we understand that it's gonna be a big game. We understand that it's gonna take our best to win. And so you just have to have extreme focus and know that it's gonna be one play that kind of decides the entire game.
You talked before about your interest in NFL history. Are you kind of aware of what this rivalry is, what its place in NFL history is now?
Yeah, in a sense, I think whenever you have two great football teams that meet up in the Super Bowl and meet up in all these big games, there's going to be a history between that. And so, obviously, we've been able to win those games, but we know how good this football team is, and we have a ton of respect for them. And so it's not like one play couldn't have changed all these football games. And so we're going with that mindset of we just got to make the plays whenever they count.
You watched the last two drives of last year's game, offensive drives. What goes through your mind when you see those two drives?
I think the biggest thing that is the guys just stepped up and made plays. I mean, it wasn't one guy. It was everybody. And guys just continued to make plays and did their job, and that's what special football teams do. And it was this close. I mean, there's a play here and there that if that changes, then they win. And so that's kind of the NFL, and especially when you get two of the top teams going up against each other.
Recognizing that part of the bye week is to get away, was there something you still wanted to hone in on with your own game?
Yeah, I mean, I got some work in, and I feel like I'm in a good spot. But I mean, until you take time off, you stay on top of your fundamentals, you stay on top of the stuff that's gotten you to where you are so far in the season. But I thought it was a good bye week. I spent some time with my family and some friends and family as well. And so did that and then got some work in fundamentally, and I'm excited for a great challenge ahead.
To follow up to that, what's your approach just for yourself and for your teammates, especially the younger guys, for the rest of the season as you guys kind of buckle in for this 12-game unbroken stretch to finish things out, at least in the regular season?
Yeah, you got to take it one game at a time, one day at a time. I haven't been in this situation before just because I've always had a later bye week. But I always try to stay on top of my body and making sure I'm healthy as possible. I mean, you're going to be banged up in the NFL. But you have to continue to just grind away every single day and get better. And then once you get to the playoffs, that's when you want to be playing your best football. And I think that's something that Coach Reed does a great job of, how he schedules practices, how he schedules the week to get your body best prepared for the entire season.
What qualities make Juju Smith-Schuster a good player for that role opposite Kelce?
Yeah, I think he just does a good job of knowing where to be at, knowing the full concept of the offense, getting himself open in man-to-man coverage, and then just doing whatever it takes to be good. I mean, he'll block, he'll catch the ball, he'll run routes, get other guys open. He's a true team player, and then when his number gets called, he goes out there and makes the play, and that's what it takes to be great in this league.
Speaking of keeping your body right, what sort of stuff do you try to do with Bobby during the season, even the bye week in particular? What are you emphasizing right now?
Yeah, I mean, you stay on top of the little things, shoulder health, knee health, ankle health, all that different type of stuff, especially when you get a little bit extra time in the bye week. And then I maintain and then I even get with my QB coach and get some work in as well in that bye week. You just get a little extra time to focus on your fundamentals even more. And so doing that and then coming back in the building and continue to stay on top of that will be important to me this year.
Bobby in particular, what's his voice in your ear during the season, at this time of the season? What do you get from him?
His voice is in my ear at all times. No, it's he makes sure I stay on top of the little things. I think that's the biggest thing that's helped me throughout my career, and I've noticed a difference from my first few years to now that Bobby's up here working with me, is that he doesn't let the little things slide. And, some days I don't feel as good, and he makes sure that I get that work in, and I make sure to kind of check the boxes, and so that I can be the best I can be every single week.
Did you enjoy your trip over to Kauffman Stadium?
I did. It was awesome. It was, the energy was amazing. Obviously, the Royals played great against a great baseball team and didn't come out with the win. But it was cool to see and experience that. I've been waiting for that for a long time, and hopefully it's a building block and a step in the right direction for a future. And I'm excited for those guys in the seasons to come.
How awful was Dieter in the suite with you?
Yeah, he actually wasn't that bad. I probably was worse. I was the Dieter in that situation. He's a big Yankees fan, obviously, and he's super excited, and now he gets to talk trash to Travis. So I passed that along to Trav.
He got there with Travis.
No, you can't slither of opening, and Travis told us that he was going to the game, and all of a sudden I looked and Dieter's flying to New York. So it's can't give him an opening, no. But it's cool for him to get to do it. I mean, I'm not like a Yankees hater, but sometimes I don't want the Yankees to win because of him. Like, he's made me not want the Yankees, but I like the guys on the team. So it's I'm just watching as a fan now, which is cool.
Keeping with the baseball theme, what inspired you to get involved with the Negro Leagues and the collection there?
You know, it was cool because I didn't know Kansas City and the history of the Negro Leagues in Kansas City. And when I got here as a rookie in the rookie symposium type stuff, they took us over to the museum, and I realized how great it was and met Bob and got to hear the history. And that was the same stuff my dad and LaTroy had talked about growing up. And my dad used to mimic Satchel Paige in some of the way he'd do his mechanics and pitch. And so it just hit me close because I had heard this stuff growing up, and now I got to hear the history of it. And so I know people talk about it, but if you haven't been, I would go over to the Negro Leagues Museum and see the history of the game and how it impacted not only baseball but the sports world in general. And so it was easy for me whenever Adidas came up to me and said, let's make something that goes with Kansas City. I was like, the Negro League Museum and the Monarchs especially. And so I'm excited for how the shoe turned out, and hopefully you go out and get them.
Patrick, there's been a lot of buzz in the league the last couple of days, wide receivers. That being said, with Juju, the game he had last Monday night, what's the confidence like, especially him tweeting out after the game, I'm still got it?
No, yeah, I mean, I have extreme confidence with the guys that are on that football field. I mean, they've won games, they've won Super Bowls, they've made plays in big moments, and Brett Veach does a great job of bringing players in that can step up whenever their number's called. And so every time I step on that football field, I feel like we have the best ability to win. And I think that's a credit to Brett Veach and Coach Reed bringing in guys that really get after it and put in the work to be great every single day.
Go to Nate next. Go to Nate.
How much time in the bye week, Patrick, did you look at your guys' performance in the red zone, and is there anything you want to change when you guys do get in that sort of condensed area of the field?
Yeah, I think it's just execution. I think for me, myself, I have to just trust to throw into some of those tighter windows and make those plays and know that that window might be the only opportunity you have to score a touchdown. And then we have to be able to run the ball down there and know that we get different coverages than a lot of other teams. And so instead of necessarily going in with a certain mindset, because this is how this team is playing in the red zone, we have to go in with more good versus all plays. I mean, if you look at some of these teams, it's like they play man all game and then they play us. I mean, all season they play us and it's cover 2 or cover 4 and vice versa. And so we have to go in with the mindset of knowing teams are going to play us a little differently, and we have to execute and accept that challenge. And I've talked about if we've scored in some of these red zone situations, there isn't as many, I guess, questions about the offense because we're scoring in more and more points. And so eliminating turnovers, scoring in the red zone are the two things that I think we just need to work on as the season goes on.
Just to follow up on that, the tight window thing, obviously you don't throw a lot of tight window throws. Did you see stuff going back through film, particularly in the red zone, that you say, hey, there was a small crease here that maybe I should have thrown it?
Yeah, I mean, in certain situations, yeah. I mean, I remember just from not even watching on tape, but just remember in the Atlanta game, I had one where I kind of went out to the left, and it wasn't necessarily the window to throw it, but I could have maybe back shouldered the corner route, and I didn't throw it that one instance, and then we didn't get another opportunity to score that drive. And so just knowing that, like, you got to pick and choose when you want to take those chances. I mean, obviously with our defense and how they're playing, you don't want to necessarily put the ball in harm's way in the red zone. But whenever you get those opportunities, you can throw a ball that might be him or nobody, and the guy can make a catch. And so stuff that I'll continue to work on as the season goes on.
Patrick, when a guy like Juju comes back that you've worked with before, but it's been a while, how quickly, what's the process of just getting familiar again and getting on the same page? How does that work?
Yeah, no, I mean, it always helps when you get in the game and it just kind of works out. I mean, obviously you get the reps in practice and you try to work through the things that I don't want to say lost, but you haven't worked on in the last year of him not being here. But then it seemed like when we got in the game, it kind of just clicked. And so that was something that was big for me. And we'll continue to get him involved in the offense as well as other guys. And I'm just excited for the guys that continue to get better and better each and every week. And I think we have the guys to do it.
Thanks, Patrick.
We'll just see how he does this week as we go forward. Look forward to the challenge of playing the 49ers. Heck of a football team. Kyle does a great job with, with the team, and he and Chris have that offense rolling right now, and their defense is one of the top defenses in the NFL, with Nick heading up the defense and special teams. Brian does a great job there on special teams. So, listen, they're well coached. They've got good players. I think both teams kind of know each other, and it should just be a heck of a game. With that, time's yours.
Coach, what is it about the Niners defense that makes them so difficult to prepare for?
Yeah, so they got their defensive front starts with those guys, and then you know they've got all-pro linebacker sitting right there. That's pretty good, along with their secondary. So they're well-rounded, but it starts with the defensive front. Those guys, you know, they set the tempo for their defense.
What are your plans for Clyde now that he's on the active leave?
Yeah, we'll just see how that goes, and how it all works in. We got to look at everything on that. So, you know, special teams, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll just. But he's good to go to practice. He knows what he's doing. He's feeling great, which is the most important thing. So.
Do you anticipate that he would play?
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And is Super Bowl footage of any use at all at this stage, based on the timeline and things they're doing differently?
Yeah, I think both teams will look at that for sure. Yeah, you're going to look at everything. I mean, over the time that we've had against each other. I mean, along with the games we've already played and they've played. So you look at all of that.
Do you think there's any consciousness at all, the notion of a rematch, or not, it's just another regular season game?
Yeah, I think that comes from you guys, and then, but I think it's two good teams playing each other for sure. I mean, that's how I look at it.
That was a bye week for you and your coaching staff.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to step back for a second. For the players in particular, they got quite a bit of time off, and coaches got a little bit of time off, and it was good for everybody there.
And you know, what are the benefits of having an early bye when compared to like one that's, say, closer to Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and we've normally had them a little 9th week or plus, you know, somewhere in that area. Our schedule it is crazy enough where you're going to get some days off, and it's important that you take advantage of those days. So that's what I would tell you. So it was good to get this one, and then how we handle the rest of the schedule is the important part. And when we have time, make sure you take the time, and for recovery purposes.
And what do you attribute to? You guys had a lot of success under center in the Saints. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, we've done a little bit more of that this year, and it's just, listen, it's one more thing that we like to use, and we're able to use it a little bit more. I think the running backs love that part, obviously, but it's a good change-up. Yeah.
When you were going back during the bye, how did you feel about some of the pass protection, and then particularly at the left side? Just how can you guys make it a little bit better about it?
Yeah, so, listen, we've got young guys playing the left tackle. I mean, that's not a secret, and so it's important that we just continue to progress there and get better. We know there are going to be some hiccups, and we just got to keep getting better and better as we go. That's the important thing, and the guys are working hard, and so that's kind of where we're at with that.
Will Wanya start this week?
Yeah, Wanya will start. Yeah.
Coach, Brock Purdy's obviously had a very fine career to start here. Wasn't drafted by anybody until the very last pick of the draft. And he's kind of proven it over time. What do you see from him as he's gone through here, getting a couple years into this thing, where it seems to not be dropping off?
No, I think he's a heck of a player. I remember the head coach at Iowa State saying this guy changed the program around. And when you make a statement like that, and he's a good football coach, when you make a statement like that's bold, and it's we all see why he said it. You know, he was right on with that. I mean, this kid's he's a heck of a football player.
What was just kind of your impression so far of just how much that Juju has kind of been able to kind of pick up where he was, you know, in 2022 when you guys?
Yeah, he's a Trinity Mart, so I think all of those kind of go into that. And you know, Pat has trust in him, so, and we as coaches have trust in him, and we've tried to put him in good positions for his strengths, and try to utilize those. And that's, I think all of those things kind of add up to production. But the main thing is he's kept himself in great shape, and he's smart. You know, he knows how to play the game.
He said when he got here that he watched last year and saw Rasheed doing a lot of the things that he had done the year before. Does that make him just a really good piece to have around when you do lose Rasheed?
Yeah, you and I have talked about this, Matt, but the guy opposite Kelce ends up being very important. That they know how to play the game and can kind of do similar things that Kelce can do. And it's if you can get that, then you've got something going offensively that way. So he did that before. Pringle did that beforehand. We've had guys in those spots that could do that. So that's a positive thing. Anyways, Juju's good with that. And yeah, they are similar things. They're doing similar things.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Patrick Mahomes talks about Travis Kelce's return ahead of Chiefs versus San Francisco 49ers game. Travis Kelce's relationship with Taylor Swift has gone about as smoothly as either of them could have imagined. Sure, there have been trying times as they have had to be apart due to their jobs requiring a ton of travel, but the two have integrated into each other's respective families and friend groups with relative ease. Swift, essentially, has become a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan. She routinely attends home games when she has the chance to do so, and is always animated in suites. Swift has also gotten close with some of Kelce's Chiefs teammates, none more high-profile than star quarterback Patrick Mahomes. But could that friendship actually be affecting Mahomes negatively? It's a stretch, but Mahomes was asked if Swift has ever baked something for him, and what it was she has made. Mahomes didn't hesitate to answer honestly. Some fans have taken the revelation as one of the reasons for Mahomes sporting a dad bod. It has become a running joke to talk about Mahomes' belly. Kelce might have to tell Swift to stop baking so much in order to keep his quarterback in tip-top shape as we enter the middle part of the NFL season, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end admitted on the Wednesday, October 16th episode of his and brother Jason Kelce's hit podcast New Heights that, as an Ohio native, he had conflicting emotions about being there as someone supporting the Guardians. It was mixed feelings because I was there trying to have some fun with Tay and everybody, all our friends, came. We had an unbelievable crew with us and hanging with us. It was fun, even though the guards couldn't pull it off. It was still an exciting game, the Super Bowl champion recounted. It was cool to see Yankee Stadium because I always wanted to see that thing in person, in a playoff game, in a hostile environment, and it didn't disappoint, man. The Yankees, the fans, the players, everybody involved, man, it was awesome. The NFL star described how, as a Cleveland native, he wanted his home team to pull out a win. I'm in hostile territory, 'cause it's the Bronx Bombers and I'm at Yankee Stadium in the playoffs, and I'm over here cheering for the Guards, 'cause I'm a Cleveland kid, and I want to see Cleveland win AF King World Series, the University of Cincinnati alum remarked. Travis Kelce has entered his game show era. The Kansas City Chiefs offensive lineman will return to television in a different capacity as the host of Amazon Prime Video's new game show, Are You Smarter Than This Celebrity? On Tuesday, October 15th. Travis Kelce posted a video to his personal TikTok page of the Jam Card event. Travis Kelce is enjoying the holidays with girlfriend Taylor Swift, spending some time together before returning to their busy work schedules. Though both Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have been busy with their respective careers, the couple took advantage of the Kansas City Chiefs bye week to spend some quality time together in New York City, despite missing some of Kelce's recent games and even his birthday. Swift and Kelce made up for it with a packed weekend agenda. The group dined at the corner store for its lobster and caviar rolls. Swift, dressed in a chic Gucci corset top and carrying a Dior saddlebag, arrived with Kelce, who is reportedly growing out his bangs. Lively, always fashion-forward, chose a sleek monochromatic maroon outfit for the night. On Saturday, the couple opted for a more intimate outing, enjoying dinner together at Torrisi, an Italian hotspot in Soho. But their weekend wasn't complete without a splashy public appearance. On Monday, Swift and Kelce were spotted at Yankee Stadium, making their MLB debut as they watched the Cleveland Guardians take on the Yankees in the playoffs. The couple dressed in matching all-black outfits, With Swift sporting a baseball cap, they were seen snacking on popcorn, sipping beer, and sharing some cozy moments in a suite alongside friends, including comedian Jared Carmichael. The MLB clearly embraced the couple's presence, playing Swift's Welcome to New York in the stadium and posting videos of them on TikTok. You two make me believe in love. I can't stop crying. Never change. ILYSM #Tavies. The caption read, as Swift gears up for the final leg of her Eras tour in Miami later this week, and kelce heads to San Francisco to face the 49ers on Sunday. The couple made the most of their downtime, enjoying a romantic and high-profile weekend before resuming their busy schedules. Taylor Swift gears up for next leg of Eras tour in Miami, with her cat Olivia Benson back in the office. Taylor Swift is prepping for her upcoming Eras tour shows in Miami with her beloved cat Olivia Benson. The cruel summer singer, 34, shared an Instagram video Friday with her fluffy friend at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Back in the office. She captioned the post, adding the hashtag #MiamiTS the Eras Tour. In the short clip, which was set to Glorilla and Sexy Red's song Watch You Know About Me, Swift stood on the floor of the empty stadium while cradling her cat near her massive stage. The Grammy-winning artist wore baggy blue jeans, a yellow crewneck sweatshirt, brown block-heeled sandals and black sunglasses, which she slyly removed while smiling at the camera. Swift is scheduled to perform 3 shows in the coastal Floridian city on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as her blockbuster Eras tour returns to the U.S. for the first time since August 2023. The pop star's return to work comes just days after a whirlwind trip to New York City with her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Last Friday, Swift and Kelce, 35, went on a double date with her close pals Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds at the new American eatery The Corner Store in Soho. The next night, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end and his girlfriend enjoyed a romantic Italian dinner at major food group's trendy eatery Torrisi. The Lovebirds then attended Game 1 of the American League Championship Series at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx on Monday. The pair kissed and cuddled in their VIP area while watching the New York Yankees beat the Cleveland Guardians. At one point, Swift even lovingly fed the athletes snacks and drinks. Kelce reflected on their MLB date in Wednesday's episode of his New Heights podcast, saying in part, "We had an unbelievable crew with us and hanging with us. It was fun." The NFL player linked up with Swift in the Big Apple during his bye week. It is unlikely that Kelce will be able to check out Swift's Miami shows since the Chiefs are scheduled to face off against the San Francisco 49ers at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, on Sunday. It's time to put on our tinfoil hats and do some conspiring because there are some very convincing theories regarding the notion that Swift could be doing more than just putting on her show in Miami. Yep, that's right. Of course, Swifties think she could announce Reputation, Taylor's version, tonight, and I have to say, the evidence is pretty convincing. For example, in at Audrey Martha's viral TikTok that speculated that this announcement could happen in Miami on October 18th, she cited the fact that both Shawn Mendes and Joe Jonas decided to delay the releases of their new projects from the 18th to later in the year. That's one wild coincidence, if you ask me. Then, at Carter_Swift posted a 3-minute viral TikTok breaking down a handful of theories that point to something rep-related possibly happening tonight. He started by noting that Swift has been wearing a whole bunch of plaid recently. That is a pattern she wore a lot when she was in her first rep era, and we know she loves to use her clothes to hint at what's coming. She was also carrying a purse during a night out that featured 2 snakes and the letter R on it. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Let's get started.
I think just execution. Obviously, we were able to run the football. That was big. That's a really good defensive line, and the O-line stepped up and we were able to run it down there. And we found a way to get in the end zone. And when you get in the end zone, you get points on the board. Now it's about cleaning up the turnovers. I think if we can do that, we can start hitting our stride.
Guys, it looked like Collins either punched you or grabbed your throat on that play. Can you tell us what happened? And it did seem to kind of fire you up even more.
I'm hoping that he didn't intentionally. I don't think he really intentionally tried to hit me in the throat. I think he was trying to just push me in the chest there, and he's taller than me. So I I threw the pick. I don't know if I was fired up from that or if I was fired up 'cause I threw my second pick, and it kind of hurt our defense there in that situation. And so we continue to just make strides in the right direction, but at the same time we make these mistakes, especially me. And so we're winning football games, which is awesome, but we're going to try to continue to get better.
When you, on that same vein, when you ran for the touchdown, were you still kind of feeling that fired up, and did you kind of seek the contact?
No, I actually was not trying to like lower my shoulder. I was trying to like absorb the hit because I knew I was going to be right there in the end zone. And that dad bod, man, just had enough weight on me where he went down. So it wasn't like I was necessarily trying to like seek out contact. I was trying to absorb it and get in the end zone, and just ended up looking good for me. The last time I lowered my shoulder was against Iowa State, and I had an AC sprain, and then Iowa State beat me by like 56 points, so I've stayed away from that. Yeah, it was. I was stopping and was gonna try to just get the first down, and I haven't seen the play, but the dude either overran or kind of got a little bit of a block there, and so once I got on the sideline, it opened up, and I was able to get down there, and I thought about cutting it back, but I'll save that for the playoffs, and then right now I'm gonna just continue to run out of bounds.
Actually, what's the benefit of playing these games at this high level of intensity?
Yeah, I think it's just you get the best of the best. That prepares you for the playoffs. I think that's the biggest thing. Is it's obviously fun to win and score a lot of points, but whenever you play these high tense moments against the great teams in the NFL, you see where you're at. And we were able to find ways to get a win today as our defense just continues to play special, honestly, and offensively we're able to run the ball and find a way to get in the end zone. But I think we can get so much better, and so we're going to continue to work at that and try to continue to get better as the season goes on.
You played against, I know you don't do it a lot against the ones during the week, but Chris Roland Walls has not been on ice. So you played against him in practice. What have you seen from him?
He's a good football player. He's been like that since training camp, and you can see it. Some guys just have it. You can see it from day one, and he's gotten better and better. You can tell he really listens to Spags, to Coach Merritt, to all the coaches, and the players. And so he sits there and he listens to Trent talk, and he's gotten better and better each and every week. And he stepped up today, and whenever his number was called, and I think it was like 2 rookies got interceptions, if I'm right. So it was cool to see those guys get in the game and make plays. I don't want to say it doesn't come easily because we're winning games against good teams by a good amount of points, and that's as easy as it. I mean, that's easy for the NFL, but I just don't think it's normal for what you've seen from us because there's not a lot of passing touchdowns. There's been a lot of turnovers, especially by me, and so I think it's just showing the versatility of our team. It's not just about me. It's not just about the stats and the light show and stuff like that. It's about playing team, and I believe that if we continue to work, we'll get better offensively, throwing the ball down the field. But until then, it's nice to know that we have a great running game, we got a great defense, and we're able to execute whenever the time comes to win football games. The first one, the guy was open. Jody was open on the slant. It was going to be a catch and tackle, trying to just gain some back because we were in second and long. D-line made a good play. He got his hands up, knocked up there, and made a pick. And then the second one was Xavier, and I angled up there, and he ended up losing his balance and falling down, and their guy made a good play. I mean, I felt like in the interceptions I was going to the right direction in the right spot. Just you get unlucky sometimes, but I gotta still clean it up, and that stuff I have to work on. There's too many interceptions spots, and so in order for us to even take another step, it's going to be about me taking care of the football, scoring those touchdowns in the red zone like we did today, and then letting our defense really eat and letting Spags be Spags. I think I just said, I hope I score a touchdown. So it was, I got pretty hyped up there just because it was 4th down and got in the end zone in a big moment. But I don't remember exactly.
How similar was that?
Similar motion, a different play, but a similar motion just based off how they guard the motions. And I wish when I look back on it, because I kind of threw it and my next read was coming across the field, I think he was wide open.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Let's get started. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce not only showcased his football skills during the Chiefs' Week 7 victory over the San Francisco 49ers, but he also melted hearts with a surprise post-game interaction that left fans buzzing on social media. The three-time Super Bowl champion displayed a side of himself that fans rarely see as he engaged with supporters in a warm and genuine way, proving that his off-field persona is just as charismatic as his on-field performance. After the game, a video surfaced on platforms like X and Instagram, showing Kelce casually approaching a group of fans, dressed in a light gray printed sweater, matching sweatpants, an ESPN hat, and sneakers. The star tight end greeted the crowd with his trademark smile. Giving high fives and sharing a genuine moment with those lucky enough to meet him, one fan account shared the video, praising Kelce's kindness, writing, "Travis was so kind and genuine and tall," giving everyone high fives. Fans flocked to the comments section, eager to share their admiration for the player. "What a smile. Love him. He looks like a genuinely great guy," one fan wrote, while another added, "Travis has the cutest laughing eyes that just make you feel so comfortable." In addition to his heartwarming personality, fans also pointed out a noticeable change in Kelce's appearance, with one noting, he is growing back the beard, which has long been his signature look. While Kelce delighted fans off the field, the Chiefs continued their impressive streak on it, securing a 28-18 win over the 49ers, marking their 6th consecutive victory. Kelce's contributions to the team's success have been undeniable, further cementing his legacy as one of the NFL's top players. Meanwhile, as Kelce prepped for the game in California, his girlfriend, Taylor Swift, wrapped up her Eras Tour concert in Miami and is set to continue her performances in Toronto and Vancouver. Fans continue to follow the high-profile couple's journeys, both in their respective careers and personal lives, with great interest. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Let's get started.
Muscle injury. We had him evaluated, and he's going to need that fixed. So he will be put down there, so on IR. And then as far as Juju and Mike Danigo, both are making progress and so on and so forth there. So, and then DeAndre Hopkins, just take a few questions on that, but we're excited to have him here and join in with that receiving core. And again, he's been a proven player, and he'll work in those spots, that Juju and Rashid did. So.
Andy, obviously he's been a good player over the years, but other than that, is there something specifically that he does well that you feel like you guys have maybe been lacking?
Well, I think not necessarily lacking, but I think he's a good. He's a veteran player, seen just about everything over 12 years. So, and he's a good space player. So he's very good understanding how to work in space. At the same time, he's a tough matchup because of his size, arm length, big body that knows how to kind of play that low post area very well.
How about a timetable for him play?
Well, it could be this weekend. We'll see how he picks up. I've got to get him on the practice field. But why wait, right? If he can handle it without putting him in a bad position.
And related to that, Justin Reed used the term that he has a master's class in football, and his knowledge is deep, and he'll pick
Travis Kelce and teammates arrive at Highmark Stadium ahead of the Chiefs vs. Buffalo Bills game. On Sunday, November 17th, Travis Kelce and teammates arrived at Highmark Stadium to prepare for the Chiefs vs. Buffalo Bills game. The 35-year-old Kansas City Chiefs cornerback sported a colorful outfit as he arrived at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. Travis Kelce stepped into Highmark Stadium in a multicolored The Elder Statesman X Sense patchwork cashmere jacket paired with black wide-leg pants and white sneakers. The NFL star accessorized his outfit with a blue and white printed Cleveland Cavaliers cap, a pair of black Celine sunglasses, and a silver chain necklace. He also carried a large Bottega Veneta Intrecciato duffel bag. Travis Kelce will have Taylor Swift at his game today. According to a source close to the matter, the American pop star just wrapped up her 3-show run in Toronto, and Swift is said to have boarded a plane to New York shortly after the end of her third night of performances. Taylor Swift will take 4 days off to spend with boyfriend Travis Kelce before returning to tour in Toronto on Thursday, November 21st. Last weekend, Kelce made history again for the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium when he caught his 76th career touchdown catch. His girlfriend, Taylor Swift, attended the game and was seen in a video of the game in the stands cheering on Kelce throughout the game. Swift, 34, has attended 5 Chiefs games this season, including their first game on September 5th against the Baltimore Ravens and later games against the Cincinnati Bengals, New Orleans Saints, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, while Kelce was preparing for his next game on Friday, November 15th. His girlfriend's brother Austin Swift was seen hanging out with friends Ross Travis and Reggie King in the VIP area at Swift's Eras concert in Toronto, Canada, in a photo shared on Travis' Instagram stories. 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league will square off as Patrick Mahomes leads his Chiefs against Josh Allen's Bills. The former knows Buffalo is a great football team, which will require Kansas City's best efforts. "We know it's going to be a great challenge this next week," Mahomes said. "Buffalo's playing great football. They've played great football for a while now, and we understand what it takes to go into an environment like that and have to give it everything you have in order to get a win. We know they'll be fiery and they're going to be trying to beat us, so we're going to have to execute at a higher level in order to win." Mahomes will need star tight end Travis Kelce to continue his impressive play as of late, and Kelce seems locked in. He leads the Chiefs with 60 receptions for 499 yards and 2 touchdowns so far this season. On Saturday morning, the star tight end sent a clear message: there's no looking back. Ahead of the game, Mahomes made it clear the Chiefs have the ability to win the game across 3 phases, like they did with a blocked field goal against the Denver Broncos last weekend.
All right, as far as the injuries go, really, the Felix had hurt his hand at the end, but continued to play. Listen, my hat goes off to Sean and the Bills. They did a nice job. They made plays when they needed to. Did a nice job with that. It's a great game to learn from for some of our young guys. 2 good teams play each other. The margin between winning and losing is small, man, and so. And that starts with me. We can all learn from it and take something out of this and make us better down the road here. So we'll do that. It was good. I would tell you it was good to see our kicker kick. He had an opportunity here. Spencer did a nice job with the chances that he had. It was a nice pick by Connor on the interception. And Worthy and Noah had good days. Worthy will learn from the one on the sideline. We've got to take a peek at it on tape to see exactly what happened, but we were close on that one on the depot. So, and then Nazi led our team again with tackles. Time's yours. Yeah, so things you can learn. I mean, the main thing is that they're a good team, and if you have a few mistakes in there, they get capitalized on. But you keep battling, and normally good things will happen. But they did a nice job on that last drive, and so that's we got to take care of business on those. Yeah, I figured they probably would. Yeah.
Andy, on Josh Allen's touchdown run, how much of that is just Josh Allen? How much of that is tackle?
Yeah, listen, our guys, they were hustling their tail off to get to him. So he did a nice job. I give him credit for it. That's a tough one there.
Coach Xavier's had a couple of those close ones on the sideline. Is that more of a timing thing, or is that just a repetition?
Yeah, he'll get better at those, and then we'll get him the ball a little quicker as we go. So on that, but I've got to see it. I want to look at it on tape and see exactly if he was able to drag his foot, if that was possible. If that's the case, then he can learn from it. Yeah. Yeah, they did a nice job with protection most of the time, and when they didn't, he moved around and made some nice throws. Listen, he's a good player, and he's got good players around him. So we've got to tighten up in those situations and make sure we do just a little bit better. Yeah, sure. That's where I probably could call some more runs when it was all said and done. But when we had opportunities, we did a pretty nice job with it, with the exception of the short yardage.
This is probably hard to answer, but how typically much do you get out of a regular season game when you do face a team in the postseason? I mean, are these points that you can draw on directly if you face the Bills in the playoffs? This experience.
I mean, listen, anytime you play them, you're familiar with them, but I'm not counting on anything other than getting back and getting ourselves ready for the next game, What's that? I did a nice job, though. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what you got? Yeah. Obviously, the second play, you don't want that to happen. So, I can help stay more aggressive with it down the road. So, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen delivered another classic duel between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, but it was a momentary camera shot of Travis Kelce leaving the field that sparked intrigue as the final moments of the fourth quarter ticked away. For the first time this season, NFL fans got to see how Kansas City would react to a loss. The CBS on NFL crew did not miss the opportunity to focus on Kelce. The Chiefs star tight end struggled without his girlfriend, Taylor Swift, in attendance. He finished with just 2 catches for 8 yards in the 30-21 defeat. It was Kelce's second lowest receiving output in a game this year, barely topping his Week 2 line of 1 catch for 5 yards against the Cincinnati Bengals. In the Chiefs' previous 3 games coming into Sunday, Kelce had been on fire, racking up 32 receptions for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. When Mahomes' last-ditch fourth down heave to Kelce was intercepted by the Bills with 1:07 left in the game, Kelce walked off the field making this gesture. It's unclear if the clap was to pick up his teammates, to show respect to Buffalo, or to be petty to Bills Mafia. In any case, it drew plenty of attention on social media when the Chiefs beat the Bills in January's AFC Divisional Round playoff game. The 34-year-old had a much different reaction to the Buffalo fans as the clock wound down, blowing them a kiss goodbye. After Sunday's contest, Kansas City, 9-1, and Buffalo, 9-2, have the 2 best records in the AFC. Whatever meaning NFL fans choose to assign to Kelce's eyebrow-raising clap, it will rank low on the long list of reasons why everybody wants to see this matchup again in the postseason. On a 4th-and-13 desperation play with 1:17 left in the Buffalo Bills' 30-21 victory against the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes heaved a 50-yard pass to his longtime security blanket, tight end Travis Kelce, intercepted by linebacker Terrell Bernard. That pass was just one of 4 targets to Kelce, and he caught just 2 of them for 8 yards. That's a direct contrast to the last time the storied rivals met. In last year's divisional playoff game won by the Chiefs, 27-24, Kelce was a huge factor, catching 5 passes for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kelce also scored the game-winning touchdown in the classic overtime divisional playoff game to cap the 2021 season, in which the Chiefs recorded a game-tying field goal despite getting the ball with just 13 seconds to play. Much has been made of the potential demise of the 35-year-old Kelce. Perhaps the best to ever play tight end, he got off to a slow start this year, and some frivolously suggested that his relationship with Taylor Swift had distracted him. Worthy and Noah had good days, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said. Worthy will learn from the one on the sideline. More than anything the Bills did in coverage. It seemed it was a disciplined Bills pass rush that thwarted the Chiefs' passing game. Meanwhile, the Chiefs never sacked Josh Allen. Kelce's first catch occurred on the Chiefs' second offensive play of the second half. It went for 2 yards. Ultimately, his output still exceeded his Week 2 performance when he caught just one pass for 5 yards against the Cincinnati Bengals, since the Chiefs traded away Alex Smith, and Mahomes became the unquestioned starting quarterback. That was the lowest receiving yardage total ever for Kelce, the 9-time Pro Bowler, though, will be a first-ballot Hall of Famer and has more consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons, 7, than any tight end in NFL history. That's why the Chiefs rewarded him with a restructured contract in August that added 2 years and $34.25 million to the 2 years remaining on his old deal. He now has $17 million in fully guaranteed money in 2024 and is signed through 2027 when he'll be 38. Kelce's average annual value, AAV, of $17.125 million makes him the highest-paid tight end for the first time in his career. And with 36 catches for 448 yards and 4 touchdowns against Buffalo during his career, he's been a key figure in the Bills' rivalry. Sunday's game represented the 8th time the Chiefs and Bills have faced off in the last 5 years. The Bills now have won the last. For regular season matches, it's hard for us to beat them in the regular season. Chiefs defensive lineman Chris Jones lamented during the week, but the Chiefs have won the more important postseason contests. In the Mahomes-Allen era, Kansas City is 3-0 against the Bills in the playoffs, and with the Chiefs at 9-1 and the Bills at 9-2, a fourth installment could very well ensue in January. That's a really good football team, Mahomes said, that we'll probably see again. Life comes at you fast in the NFL, unless your franchise is the Kansas City Chiefs. It took the back-to-back Super Bowl champions over 300 days to finally drop a game, serving as a testament to one of the sport's more impressive regular season and playoff winning streaks in the past handful of years. While an individual loss won't alter the entire season for 9-1 Kansas City, the context of it does at least raise an eyebrow. Down its starting running back and multiple key wide receivers, the Chiefs' offense couldn't quite hang with that of the Buffalo Bills. On the defensive side of the ball, Steve Spagnuolo's unit broke after bending in recent weeks. Still, though, it's important to remember that the champs didn't play to their ceiling. That's what quarterback Patrick Mahomes is taking away from Week 11. Kansas City's quest for a perfect season is now over, but Andy Reid's team has bigger things in mind. Yeah, you can use it as fuel, Mahomes said. I mean, like I said, that's a good football team. So nothing to hang your head on losing to them. We feel like we can play better, so we'll get back to work and try to use this as a spark so we can be a better football team in the end. The undefeated thing was cool, but that's not our ultimate goal, so we'll keep building towards that. Does this loss compare at all to the last outing the Chiefs dropped? Mahomes doesn't draw many parallels to 2023's Christmas Day embarrassment. Yes, that far back, at the hands of the Las Vegas Raiders. The only thing he hopes this game has in common with that is how the season will end. Not in that sense, Mahomes said. You hope you have the same result to end it, I'll say that. But at the end of the day, that's a really good football team. It's going to take your best football to beat great football teams, and we didn't play our best football today and they went out and beat us. That's just how it rolls in the NFL. All the respect to them. That's going to be a good football team that we'll probably see again. The spark Mahomes mentioned is something the offense seemed to have for a handful of weeks. Even down receivers Marquise, Hollywood, Brown, and Rassie Rice, $17 million in fully guaranteed money in 2024 and is signed through 2027 when he'll be 38. Kelce's average annual value, AAV, of $17.125 million makes him the highest-paid tight end for the first time in his career, and with 36 catches for 448 yards and 4 touchdowns against Buffalo during his career, he's been a key figure in the Bills' rivalry. Sunday's game represented the 8th time the Chiefs and Bills have faced off in the last 5 years. The Bills now have won the last. For regular season matches, it's hard for us to beat them in the regular season. Chiefs defensive lineman Chris Jones lamented during the week, but the Chiefs have won the more important postseason contests. In the Mahomes-Allen era, Kansas City is 3-0 against the Bills in the playoffs, and with the Chiefs at 9-1 and the Bills at 9-2, a fourth installment could very well ensue in January. That's a really good football team, Mahomes said, that we'll probably see again. Life comes at you fast in the NFL, unless your franchise is the Kansas City Chiefs. It took the back-to-back Super Bowl champions over 300 days to finally drop a game, serving as a testament to one of the sport's more impressive regular season and playoff winning streaks in the past handful of years. While an individual loss won't alter the entire season for 9-1 Kansas City, the context of it does at least raise an eyebrow. Down its starting running back and multiple key wide receivers, the Chiefs' offense couldn't quite hang with that of the Buffalo Bills. On the defensive side of the ball, Steve Spagnuolo's unit broke after bending in recent weeks. Still, though, it's important to remember that the champs didn't play to their ceiling. That's what quarterback Patrick Mahomes is taking away from Week 11. Kansas City's quest for a perfect season is now over, but Andy Reid's team has bigger things in mind. Yeah, you can use it as fuel, Mahomes said. I mean, like I said, that's a good football team. So nothing to hang your head on losing to them. We feel like we can play better, so we'll get back to work and try to use this as a spark so we can be a better football team in the end. The undefeated thing was cool, but that's not our ultimate goal, so we'll keep building towards that. Does this loss compare at all to the last outing the Chiefs dropped? Mahomes doesn't draw many parallels to 2023's Christmas Day embarrassment, yes, that far back, at the hands of the Las Vegas Raiders. The only thing he hopes this game has in common with that is how the season will end, not in that sense, Mahomes said. You hope you have the same result to end it, I'll say that. But at the end of the day, that's a really good football team. It's going to take. Taylor Swift hugs her mother Andrea and brother Austin Swift after finishing her final concert in Toronto. On Saturday night, Taylor Swift took to the stage at the Rogers Centre for her 6th and final concert in Toronto. However, after the concert ended, the Swift family had a sweet moment that captured the hearts of fans. Taylor Swift was seen rushing into her mother Andrea's arms, the two sharing a long hug, and then Taylor also hugged her brother Austin Swift, their sweet moment immediately becoming the highlight of the final night. Emotions welled up for Taylor Swift in her final night in Toronto, looking back at the approaching end of the record-shattering Eras tour. Wearing a breathtaking berry red gown, the folklore and Evermore singer-songwriter paused during the standing ovation that followed her performance of Champagne Problems to thank the 49,000 in attendance plus her team for constant support. The videos from the show are surfacing on the internet in which one can witness tears welled in Taylor's eyes as she expressed gratitude to the cheering crowd at the Rogers Centre. And to my band and to my crew and everybody who has put so much into this tour, and I don't even know what I'm saying, I'm just having a bit of a moment. Sorry, she admitted, brushing her cheeks as she fought off emotions. The crowd roared back, and Swift laughed to answer. It's not even the last show, she said. The Eras tour has been an extraordinary global phenomenon, with Swift performing over 140 shows around 5 continents. Her stop in Toronto was the second-to-last leg of the tour, which left 3 concerts in Vancouver from December 6 to 8. Speaking heartfelt sincerity to the crowds, Swift threw praise not only at her team, but also at the audience for their support. My band, my crew, all my fellow performers. We have put so much of our lives into this, and you have put so much of your lives into being with us tonight and giving us that moment. We will never forget. she said, looking back on her visit to Toronto. Swift pointed out this special connection that live performance artists and audience members shared during the event. "We've loved our time in Toronto. It's been so amazing," she said, her voice heavy with emotion as the crowd cheered and applauded her statement. As the Eras tour winds down to a close, Swift's night in Toronto underscores the monumental impact this journey has had on both her fans and the artist, as she gets ready to close the door on this monumental chapter in her career. Ed Kelce was spotted at the sixth and final night of the singer's stop in Toronto, Canada, on Saturday, greeting fans and wearing numerous friendship bracelets. In a photo shared on social media, Ed was spotted trading his handmade jewelry with others, a fan-made tradition that was inspired by a lyric in Swift's song, "You're on Your Own, Kid." Ed's attendance seems fitting as Saturday's concert was a special one for Swift, her sixth and final one at Rogers Centre. At the start of the show, the singer thanked the crowd by telling them that they helped make her tour, the very first tour to ever play 6 sold-out shows, at the venue. After Saturday's show, only 3 more Eras tour shows remain. Swift will finally wrap up her 149 concerts in Vancouver on December 8th, nearly 21 months after kicking off the record-breaking tour on March 17, 2023. While Travis wasn't spotted at Swift's concert on Saturday, Ed's presence at the show didn't come as a total surprise. He and the "Cruel Summer" singer have grown close since she and the Kansas City Chiefs tight end started dating in July 2023. Recently, the pop star was seen chatting with Ed at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, in September when they got together to support Travis during his first game of the 2024-2025 NFL season. Swift and Ed were spotted sitting next to each other in Travis' private suite as they discussed what was happening on the field during the Chiefs' matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Months prior, Ed gushed over his potential future daughter-in-law, telling the Los Angeles Times that he loves how down-to-earth the famous singer is at football games. "Every game there's people crowding outside the front of that suite trying to get a glimpse of Taylor. Wanting to meet Taylor," he said in February. Taylor Swift's 2 selections for acoustic set on Saturday couldn't have had a starker contrast as she chose fun and effervescent love tunes for her first mashup and painful breakup songs of unrequited love for the second. "It's never the same," Swift explained to the audience on her final night in Toronto. Her purple dress shimmered under the Rogers Centre spotlight, serving as a harbinger to the first song she'd perform, "Sparks Fly," from "Speak Now," Taylor's version. She blended in "Message in a Bottle," a vault track from "Red," Taylor's version. Before sitting at the piano, she should have handed out tissues to the 49,000 fans. At the keys, Swift fused "You're Losing Me" from Midnights with "How Did It End" from the Tortured Poets Department. Both songs have powerhouse bridges. Her final line was the combined line from both tracks, "You're Losing Me, How Did It End?" The 14-time Grammy winner will conclude her 2-year adventure on December 8th in Vancouver, Canada. There are just 4 shows left. 1 in Toronto on November 23rd and 3 in Vancouver, before the billion-dollar production comes to a close forever. And to celebrate, Swift performed a long-awaited mix at the Rogers Centre. So it's no surprise that fans screamed when she burst into "Cassandra" from the Tortured Poets Department album, "Mad Woman" from Folklore, and "I Did Something Bad" from Reputation, even using her piano skills to show off her talent. The news comes as fans expect her to release Reputation, Taylor's version, sometime in the future, and this could be taken as a cryptic hint towards that by Swifties. As she delivered the gift in front of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, she eventually went on to sing better. Then Revenge, Mr. Perfectly Fine, State of Grace, and Labyrinth, alongside her common hits such as Love Story, Blank Space, and All Too Well, sounds that catapulted her to stardom. Swift then concluded the evening by giving her mother a lengthy hug after walking off stage as they celebrate her success from aspiring country singer back in 2009 to global phenomenon in 2024. Comparter and WhatsApp envier por email NFL. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce take over Christmas, love, football, and Easter eggs in new holiday films. NFL. Even if Kelly Stafford is jealous of Taylor Swift, she was quick to send a message to Jason Kelce and Kylie that will help them. Taylor Swift continues on her Eras tour swan song but stopped to give fans in Toronto a surprise on Friday, November 22nd, as the 34-year-old star performed a mix of 3 of her famous tracks to fans. There are just 4 shows left. 1 in Toronto on November 23rd and 3 in Vancouver. Before the billion-dollar production comes to a close forever, and to celebrate, Swift performed the long-awaited mix at the Rogers Centre. So it's no surprise that fans screamed when she burst into Cassandra, from the Tortured Poets Department album, Mad Woman from Folklore, and I Did Something Bad from Reputation. Even using her piano skills to show off her talent, the news comes as fans expect her to release Reputation, Taylor's version, sometime in the future, and this could be taken as a cryptic hint towards that by Swifties. As she delivered the gift in front of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, she eventually went on to sing Better Than Revenge, Mr. Perfectly Fine, State of Grace, and Labyrinth, alongside her common hits such as Love Story, Blank Space, and All Too Well, sounds that catapulted her to stardom. Swift then concluded the evening by giving her mother a lengthy hug after walking off stage as they celebrate her success from aspiring country singer back in 2009 to global phenomenon in 2024. When does the Eras tour actually end? Swift has been on tour for approximately 18 months since she kicked off the marathon of shows at the State Farm Stadium in California all the way back on March 17, 2023. Now 146 shows, 49 cities, 5 continents, and a failed terrorist attack later, the 34-year-old pop star prepares to bring the Eras tour to a memorable, but definitive, close. She will do so on December 8th at the BC Place in Vancouver, officially ending the tour that has grossed $1.9 billion. Taylor Swift is singing with her dress unbuttoned, well, unzipped, in the midst of an unforeseen technical issue. In the middle of her Friday, November 22nd, concert at Toronto's Rogers Centre, Swift, 34, appeared to have a technical issue during her Tortured Poets Department set. As Swift sang, "But Daddy, I Love Him," she stoically stood in place while backup dancer Natalie Peterson seemed to adjust her mic pack. In social media footage, fellow performer Cam Saunders, for his part, assisted Peterson by holding Swift's dress in place. Friday was Swift's 5th concert in Toronto, where she also delighted fans with an array of new acoustic mashups. Swift combined Ours and The Last Great American Dynasty for her guitar selection before launching into a 3-part medley of Cassandra, Mad Woman, and I Did Something Bad on piano. Swift has been on tour since March 2023, performing more than 40 songs across all of her current and past albums. She also has a surprise song section, where she rotates additional tracks each night. I want to be as creative as possible with the acoustic set moving forward, and I don't want to limit anything or say, "Oh, if I played this song, I can't play it again," Swift previously explained during her Australian show in February. So, from now on, I don't want to take any paint colors out of the paint box, or tools out of the toolbox. She added at the time, "I want to be able to play songs more than once if I feel like it, and I want to be able to make changes to songs." By this summer, Swift started introducing mashups to the setlist, where she seamlessly blended tracks from different albums together. Swift will wrap the Eras tour, which her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, exclusively told Us Weekly in May was unbelievable, for good on December 8th. After a Saturday, November 23rd, concert in Toronto, Swift will hit Vancouver for a 3-night residency. People have been like, "How are you going to celebrate the 100th show?" The celebration of the 100th show for me means this is the very first time I've acknowledged to myself and admitted that this tour is going to end in December. Like, that's it, Swift previously said during her June concert in Liverpool, England. "It's been the most exhausting, all-encompassing, but most joyful, most rewarding, most wonderful thing that has ever happened in my life." She continued, "I think that this tour has really become my entire life. It's taken over everything. I think I once had hobbies, but I don't know what they were anymore. All I do when I'm not on stage is sit at home and try to think of clever acoustic song mashups and think about what you might want to hear." As part of her acoustic set, Swift, 34, picked up her guitar and began with Mr. Perfectly Fine, a song from Fearless, Taylor's version, which was released in 2021. But it was the seamless transition into Better Than Revenge that truly got fans buzzing. Better Than Revenge has been long speculated by fans to be about 35-year-old Jonas's relationship with actress Camilla Bell, which blossomed shortly after his split with Swift after a brief romance in 2008. Swifties know all too well that the 14-time Grammy winner's song lyrics are often deeply personal, and the first verse of this track reflects that feeling of being blindsided by a breakup. She came along, got him alone, and let's hear the applause / she took him faster than you can say sabotage. It's safe to say fans were A-OK with Swift's performance, taking to X, formerly Twitter, to express their feelings and rehash some old ones with Jonas. My two favorite songs on Fearless and Travis Kelce and Chiefs teammates land in North Carolina ahead of Chiefs vs. Carolina Panthers game. On Saturday, November 23rd, the United Airlines Boeing 777 carrying the Chiefs star and his Chiefs teammates landed in North Carolina after a more than 2-hour journey from Kansas City. Travis Kelce and his teammates will begin a new journey to bring the Chiefs back to victory after suffering a loss to the Buffalo Bills last Sunday. Tomorrow the Chiefs will take on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina. A source close to the singer said that Taylor Swift will appear at Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina to cheer on Kelce and the Chiefs tomorrow in North Carolina. Taylor Swift just completed the 5th of her 6-show Eras tour in Toronto on Friday night. She'll be back on stage at the Rogers Centre today for the final concert to wrap up her Toronto run, and it's a good thing Taylor Swift had time to make it to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, about a 2-hour flight from Toronto. Swift missed the Chiefs' last game, a 30-23 loss to the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium, which may have given her extra motivation to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, on Sunday. Don't forget that she also has a private jet at her disposal, so her travel is pretty smooth, and Swift will have plenty of time to spend with Travis Kelce before bringing the tour to Vancouver on December 6th, which will be the last 3 shows of 2024. Based on social media comments, it seems fans are divided on the issue. What you can be sure of, however, is that Charlotte supporters aren't hiding their true feelings about Swift's potential visit. As a Swiftie and Panthers fan, I would definitely be excited to see her. One response to the post read: A Carolina Panthers fan commented, "I've never seen Swift in the stands at Bank of America. It would be awesome if it happened." All eyes were on Travis Kelce before the game, despite some saying he's had a bad season. However, in our opinion, Kelce doesn't need to have his best year in the NFL after 10 games. The 9-time Pro Bowler has recorded 62 catches for 507 yards and just 2 scores. While he's on track to finish with over 100 catches in 2024, Kelce is also on pace to post his lowest receiving yards and touchdowns since 2015. Even if Kelce doesn't have the same impact as in previous years, Patrick Mahomes and company are still atop the AFC standings heading into Week 12 as they continue their march toward their goal of a 3-time Super Bowl title. Our Kelce is fantastic, and I'm confident he won't let us down in tomorrow's game between the Chiefs and Carolina Panthers. This week, the NFL warned teams that those burglaries were part of an international crime ring. Houses belonging to Kelce, Mahomes, and Cowboys defensive lineman Linval Joseph have been hit in the past few months. 2 NBA players also have had their homes burglarized, along with other luxury homes around the country. The FBI reportedly has joined the investigation in Kansas City and in other parts of the country.
Look, I don't want to see anybody hanging their head, man. This league is crazy. That's the way this thing goes. You saw it yesterday with college football. Nothing's given to you, and you're getting their best shot. So you keep your heads up, man, and we get this thing rolling. Right? We got some things we got to clean up, but we keep it rolling here. That's the important part. Winning is the important part right here. And you guys bear down and got it done. All right, let's give it one Chiefs here. How about those Chiefs?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. It's been a very, over the past 2 years between the podcast, the Super Bowl with Travis Dayton Taylor.
Yeah.
It has been a very whirlwind of events. For sure.
So would you say more no to people asking you to do something for them professionally, or asking for tickets to a Taylor Swift concert? what's the number of no more for you?
Thankfully, I don't get a lot of people reaching out.
Okay.
For Taylor Swift tickets.
Okay.
It is an immediate no, but I don't get a lot of that. As much as Taylor has said she will take care of anybody that I ask for.
Are you serious?
She does say that. She's great, but I still say no to everybody. Yeah.
Because
I'm not going to be the one to impose on that. I don't want to put that position out there. She's been nothing but lovely to our family. She's a wonderful person, and I don't want that to kind of be a dynamic.
So she's given you the clear path to the tickets, and you're just shutting it down.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because after a while, I mean, once, twice,
Where's the
three
line?
times.
Exactly. So I'm not even broaching the line. I'm staying away from
Smart.
the line.
You stay away from the line, and there you go.
Along with Jason's mom, Donna Kelce, and his brother Travis' girlfriend Taylor Swift celebrating the news, several fans of the couple were eager to share in the excitement. One fan posted a TikTok video on Saturday, November 23rd, but brought up one ongoing joke between the couple and Travis. In the video, the user said the pair's beautiful daughters look exactly like Jason, 37. She then added that the expectant mother, 32, needs to bring jeans for Kylie. Kylie gave her stamp of approval in the comments section and wrote, "Well done. I'm gonna try my best." The user's video was a nod to a viral clip from Jason and Travis' New Heights podcast, in which Jason explained how he ended up wearing shorts and flip-flops to the premiere of Kelce, a documentary about Jason's life on and off the field. During the September 13, 2023 episode of the podcast, Jason explained to Travis that Kylie was running late and she was going to bring the jeans. But Travis, 35, quickly retorted, "Why didn't Jason bring jeans for Jason?" Jason then tried to recover but conceded with, "I'm realizing now I can't blame Kylie for this." Following their November 22nd pregnancy announcement, Kylie also responded to a different, and earlier, TikTok that included fans' speculation that she was pregnant. She posted a clip on the social media platform of a hilarious throwback from July in which she stated she was not pregnant amid fan speculation. The new video begins with a clip from the July upload in which Kylie smiled as she shook her head, stating, "I have had a number of articles written about me since the middle of last football season stating that I am pregnant. I am not," as Kylie says, "I am not." It slows down and is interrupted by a screeching sound effect being heard and famous last words appearing on screen. The clip then cuts to a scene of Kylie and Jason's 3 daughters posing for the pregnancy announcement. Is Taylor Swift pregnant? Travis Kelce said, "He's ready for fatherhood." The whirlwind romance between NFL superstar Travis Kelce and pop icon Taylor Swift has been nothing short of a cultural phenomenon. From their adorable public displays of affection to Taylor's spirited appearances at Chiefs games, fans simply cannot get enough. Now, the latest buzz surrounding the couple is taking things to the next level. Are they planning to expand their duo into a trio? Travis Kelce dropped hints about parenthood on TV. During an episode